Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to It Be Like That, where any and everything is bound to happen because, hell, it be like that. Today, I got a bizarre story coming straight from the loo for you guys. It hit kind of close to home for me in a certain way, but I'll get into that after we get into the video. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, so let's get right into it.
For investigation that all started with a viewer tip. People in St. Louis say they believe there are places hosting underground sex parties in the residential neighborhoods. It may seem hard to believe, but our chief investigative reporter Lauren Traeger tells us tonight it appears to be true.
And experts say despite very restrictive regulations in Missouri, these parties might actually be legal because of loopholes in the law. We do want to warn you this story might contain material graphic or offensive to some people.
One by one or two by two, night after night, a parade of people looking to party at several spots in St. Louis. Telltale signs, flashing lights at this house, blue ones inside another. First Alert 4 investigates cameras capturing near constant traffic on otherwise sleepy city streets.
How often do you think it's happening?
Twice a week. At least twice a week. Yeah. Sometimes 3 times a week.
Alex says the party's impossible to ignore.
They mostly stay inside, but it's a lot of people in one small place. Yeah, it's like a club.
And what time do they leave?
About 4 in the morning.
Parking on his Penrose Street, a problem.
My wife come home, she don't have a place to park. My neighbor, his daughter come home, she don't have a place to park.
But he says he fears even worse.
And it's scary. Something may happen, someone may get shot, who knows?
And it turns out Alex wasn't the only one worried. Another neighbor at a home in South St. Louis sent us an email complaining about people up and down their residential street at all hours. They asked us to take a look into it, and it turns out there are homes in St. Louis frequently hosting parties for people to have sex.
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh my God, I knew it, okay. Yeah, so, we have children over here on this block, so it shouldn't be going on.
What made you suspect?
One couple, they were basically naked walking down the street.
Pam stealing my stilo? Pam stealing my stilo?
How do we know though? Well, because they advertise online, post after post for sex parties at least 5 separate and regular locations in St. Louis, often clearly labeled sex or BDSM party, a term for a particular sex fetish, with some hosts posting pictures of what they offer inside. We found several parties scheduled every single week, dozens and sometimes hundreds of people RSVPing to attend. Every single ad indicates there is a charge to enter. One posting says they provide, quote, water, alcohol, light refreshments, condoms, and lube. Others say, quote, there will be vendors selling wares to inflict pain and or pleasure. This home in South St. Louis even placing a well-lit sign right in its front window, reading, Kink Community welcomes you. Hashtag F the snow. On 2 separate occasions, we did see police presence near the parties on Alex's street. An investigation of a violation of handicapped parking. Officers seemingly unaware as partygoers passed right by. But after our inquiries to the city, suddenly a mobile crime camera. A person who answered the door telling us they were told to stop.
So who told you to cease and desist?
The detectives and the cops. Although she said she and her husband, who lived there otherwise, had no comment.
Hopefully the police get involved in the mayor and shut it all down.
Alex says for him, it's less about the sex,
If you're going to do it, let's do it properly. Go through the proper paperwork.
as it is the parade of people on his street.
As to this idea of potential profit, though, we did the math, and if just 75 people showed up to one of these parties and paid $20, if you multiply that by 2 parties a week, that's $12,000 a month, or close to $150,000 a year.
As y'all can see, it's getting a little bit crazy around her. I can't really say. Well, let me choose my words wisely. I understand they were trying to create a safe haven, but you can't create a safe haven in that nature in a residential area. You understand what I'm saying? you're on a residential block, and everybody that live in those houses and those apartments, trust me, they have vehicles. So if you creating a business like you was, normally when you have a business, you have your own parking lot. You have your own little space and area for all your patrons. This wasn't the case. They was taking up the neighbor's parking space. You had cars filling up and down the block of individuals that was going to one house that don't even live on that block. So that means now those residents have to what? Park their car down the street, around the corner, in the alley? Let's be serious. Who finna do that? And they own their house. Or even if they paying for their house, whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? It's a little shocking to me because one of those locations is right across the street from my father's house. So that's why I say it hit kind of home with me, because to know that location, to see that house, I done passed that house plenty of times. When I was frequently over there, the individual that was living in the house is not the same individuals that's in the house now. So you can see they brought their shenanigans over to the neighborhood. That's not the original folks that was in that house when my father owned that house and it was, staying in the house and everything else. You see what I'm saying? But whatever the case may be, it's still crazy. However you look at it, it's still crazy, you guys. And this, like I said, it's in a residential area, 4 different locations. You know what I'm saying? And we sure that it's more. That's just the 4 that they know about. They ain't even got to the... You see, one of the locations, they had a butler answering the door. So you know they get money. I mean, let's be serious. They get money. Like the lady said, $20, 75 people, 2 times a month, $12,000. Man, who don't want to make that money? To throw a sex party? It ain't nothing but a party, per se, with your privates out. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, party, sex, put them together. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But $150,000, close to $150,000 a year. As you can see, that is a lucrative hustle. We're talking about you don't have to leave your house. The only downfall is you exposing your house to all these individuals that's doing whatever in your house. And you have to live there after they leave. You have to eat there after they leave. You got to enjoy yourself after they leave. It's crazy to think about that, you guys. But like I said, it was a crazy, quirky little story. I thought y'all would enjoy a little bit of it. I mean, knowledge is power. Y'all know that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it be like that.